What is up, you guys? Redworm here. Welcome back to more Identity 5 gameplay that I post once in a blue moon because I am a bot. Now, this isn't a win, but it is a ranked match from last night that actually went fairly well. Because halfway we really messed up. We really messed up. And I was able to help bring it back. Kind of feel like I carried. I'm just joking, just jokes. But I did do pretty well individually, so I'm gonna post it because it was a fun game. So I spawned tent, and I'm gonna be first chased here. It's a nightmare. And yeah, so I get heartbeat, and I'm like, all right, let's just start walking over to these walls, get as much distance as we can. I'm not sure who the hunter is yet until I think I see him through this wall over here. So I'm being very careful. He goes to break the prisoner connection. And then I see him, and I'm like, all right, it's a nightmare. We're gonna be very careful here. These walls are very annoying for a nightmare. So I'm like chilling, kind of. So I'm just gonna loop this window again because he seriously can't get a mark on me because I'm hiding. So and then I take this opportunity because he vaulted. I'm gonna go to this one. You know, it's just kind of like a process here. Very annoying. And so, you know, see, he's trying to get a mark on me. He can't because he can't see me. So then he's had enough of that and he switches target. And at this point, I think he crows on the prisoner here. So the prisoner is like scared. He can't teleport yet because he doesn't have presence. But I don't think the nightmare actually wants to chase the prisoner for some reason. Instead, he goes to the a cipher at first stop. He teleports on first stop cipher, and he instead chases the little girl and prospector, who are double decoding. But you know, she leeches onto him, and he gets a mark on him pretty easily. There aren't tall walls here, so it's kind of unfortunate. He can't hide as easy. It's still possible, but Prospector messes up his magnet, unfortunately, and dies pretty quickly. And the little girl is here to rescue. So right now, our ciphers are looking alright. At least, Prospector finished that cipher before dying, but Tint is almost done and Bridge is, like, 25. So it could be better. We should be in a, you know, that was unfortunate. But here comes little girl. She waits it out a little too long, and then the nightmare gets to try for a terror shock here. So that is, spoiler alert, what happens. Little girl gets terror shocked. RIP. You know, we've all been there. But you know, gotta make sure. We're kind of like at this point, we're like, okay, well, somebody has to go over there at this point. I think that was an accident. I'm not sure. Maybe he was trying to get more distance. So the prisoner leaves Bridge to go try and rescue, but he also arrives too late, waits it out. People, because if you let it go too close to the line, the hunters are just gonna swing and try to terror shock you. So that was unfortunate. Prospector is dead. Little girl does get up though, but now I'm the only one decoding. Thankfully, there was a link on the prisoner's cipher, but I wouldn't be able to prime that in time because, like, come on. Like, this is where we're hiding. No. See, and then she dies. Sorry, I'm eating, sweet tarts right now. I don't know why. They're kind of sour. So now I have to rescue. I leave the cipher as soon as I see her go down because that is all the way across the map. And I know if I do not leave at that point, I'm going to make it after half. And I do think I make it very closely though. And so the prisoner gets crowed on and then teleported on, and so that gives me a free rescue. So I am running as fast as I can to this little girl. I'm like, oh my god, girl, I am coming. Look at her. And then the prisoner dies as well, and thankfully the little girl is paying attention. I get her right before half, and the little girl's paying attention and runs straight to my cipher, I believe. I'm not sure what cipher she actually decoded, but she got it done. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to be able to rescue this prisoner before half. That's impossible. So the plan is to instead rescue him after half, but not like at like 55%. We're going to wait till the line. We're going to wait to it. So I'm trying to like keep myself hidden for at least a tiny bit. And so the little girl finds a cipher. Unfortunately, she starts a new cipher, so that kind of sucks, but it's okay. It ends out to be okay in the end. And so I finally show myself because I'm like, all right, it's kind of like I kind of need to go because I can't wait too long or I will, you know. I don't know why I thought he's swinging there. That was a pretty good bait. But you know, I just go like YOLO it, and I make it so close. I almost got terror shocked. I should have tried to rescue earlier, but it's okay. So the prisoner is still alive. Little girl's have ciphers at 50. So now this nightmare picks me up instead. The prisoner gets a stun off, and then I die again. But that has bought so much time, so the cipher's basically like 70-ish now. Yeah. And so I get chaired. And so now, because he chaired me instead of the prisoner, we actually have a chance at this. So the prisoner is going to try to hide himself for just a little bit. I don't know how the nightmare didn't see him. Because if the nightmare saw him, oh my god, we would have lost. But the prisoner makes it back and he goes to rescue me. And the nightmare was too busy looking at ciphers or something. And he gets the save off. And so then we pop. Unfortunately, the prisoner, since the prisoner is the one that rescued, he's also dead on chair, so it's kind of unfortunate that he's getting chased right now because then the nightmare doesn't have to camp. But you know, little girl is teleported on, so immediately I turn around and prisoner starts going to the other gate. This is kind of like nightmare late game, so little girl does die pretty fast. There aren't like a lot of like pallets just like right out of in your, I guess, like pallet right. I just said pallet twice. There's not a lot of pallets to like run to if you get teleported on that gate, and that one's not that wonderful, especially against the nightmare. So he is on a pretty long cooldown here, but he does have a crow. Prisoner finally gets to gate, so we're gonna make this really, really close. He can't teleport for another 10 seconds. I get crowed on me, so I'm making sure to drag the crow away from gate. Even though we both have crows on us, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm like, oh my god, I threw the game. I'm a bot. And then I actually make it around the window. The nightmare freaks out and turns back around and try to go to the prisoner. He makes it out, and then I get to dungeon and we tie, and it was awesome. And I felt so good. This was my promo match too, man. I was not gonna let that. I was not gonna lose my promo match to a nightmare. Never. My pride. Oh, that would hurt my ego so much if we lost to a nightmare on my promo. That would have hurt. As long as it's not Wendigo X, I don't want to lose it. And then I guess we'll do one more game. we had a lot of games. So this one, this is a sculptor game. So this is also a rank match. I soloed this rank match. So I went solo into this rank match. I'm not teamed up with anybody. So I think this is like, I don't know. I was kind of like not happy about having to solo. So I was just like kind of in a bad mood. So I run into everybody's cipher because I'm a bot. But then I get heartbeat and the enchantress is like, bye dude, you're on your own. So I got a kite now. Not gonna lie, I kind of like really mess up at first. I almost take a free hit because I'm a bot. Like, what am I doing here? Thankfully I like am an acrobat and I use my items, so I didn't take a free hit, but she walked through that, so I was safely able to throw down that pallet. And so now I'm just like trying to watch where she's coming from. Here I'm also a bot because I take a free chip hit. Because like, duh, like what was I expecting? That statue was obviously gonna come back. It's not like it just like vanished into thin air. I don't know. But rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, I do not get hit another time. So, you know, just like I make, like, this is the most scuffed kite in Identity 5, and she walks through that, so I actually make it to this pallet because she walked through that bomb, because I think it was just like so close. So I make it through, I throw it down, she misses, she blinks and I almost get hit by a chip, but I don't, and I'm like, oh my god, she's right behind me. So then I jump through immediately and I'm like, oh my god, how am I alive? This is ridiculous. But since she didn't break that pallet, I get to use it again. And that statue was sent out a little too late because she like wasn't like, she was very far from me. I doubted that would hit me. But yeah, I just get to loop around it again. There's my window boost because I jumped over it the first time, and she changes. She's like, oh hell no, I'm not dealing with that. And then she finds Priestess, and guess what? Priestess is really skillful, so that's what happened. She goes through the global portal. And so she just used Blink. She's kind of stuck here. So, you know, I'm kind of feeling like a champ right now. Even though my kite like was kind of questionable, I didn't die. So that was great. So everybody's kind of on the other side of the map, which is a little interesting. But you know, it's okay. I don't know. I went back to my original cipher, and I'm the only one decoding, I think. Actually, wait, there's a perfumer. She's decoding in front of factory. So the sculptor comes back actually, and I think she chases me again. So I'm like, I get a heartbeat again. I'm like, oh, you're joking. Why? I don't know. Hey, it's rather me than like people I don't know. I trust myself. I don't know. I don't know these people, so you know, like you never know. But she changes, and finds the perfumer. Unfortunately, like she finds the perfumer right as she was about to finish the cipher. I think perfumer expected a chip there or something. But she got her perfume on cooldown now, so it's a little scary. And then she throws it on herself and gets a hit out because her perfume was still on cooldown. So that's really unfortunate. But I'm just keeping in mind where perfumer was decoding because that will be important later. Perfumer takes another chip hit there, goes back, is kind of dead here. I'm shocked she made it around that pallet. Holy crap. Yeah, now she's dead 100%. And I'm thinking, okay, she's gonna chisel. She did not chisel. So basically perfumer saying take that cipher from me. I'm like, all good, homie, I got you. I'm going to that cipher. The right move right here would have been for Enchantress to start moving as soon as the sculptor had picked up the or knocked down the perfumer. I expected a chisel here, but I think she missed it by a lot. So I actually have the cipher prime, but the issue is we're making a global portal for some reason, and the Enchantress is decoding still, even though I'm saying cipher's prime. So yeah, perfumer's kind of mad because now we have an issue, because now that she's getting saved after half, the hunter doesn't have to camp in late game. So if she has teleport, like, it's kind of problematic for us, and we're just putting all our eggs, like, in this perfumer being able to kite late game. But the sculptor gets distracted, I think, and we actually get a free rescue. So that's really good. The priestess gets teleported on, actually. And so we get 2 ciphers primes for some reason, so, I mean, I guess that works. This kite's a little funny. I'm sorry, to this priestess, it was kind of funny. I wasn't popping yet because I know those were chip hits, so now I pop it because I see that she went through attack recovery. She almost died immediately. That would have been really scary, but this is really important because it's the priestess kiting, and not the perfumer, because the perfumer has no chair time left. And so we actually win this because the sculptor doesn't, yeah, she just used her teleport. She chisels on us, but the gate's already basically open. And so we get a win. It was a little chaotic, but we did it. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I will be trying to post more. I'm very sorry. I just like can't help it being like a little bot, you know, just like kind of like posting my community posts instead of posting videos. Call of the Clowns 2 is on the way, by the way, just like a little heads up, because that's got to be like a yearly thing. It's, you know, hopefully it will call attention to why we need the NAEU chat disabled. But all jokes aside, everybody have a good day. Thank you so much for watching, and this has been Red Rum.